Walking on a sandbar, we came across this sandpiper nest.
Yeah.
She's beautiful.
She's trying to get our attention really bad. She's come chase me and leave my eggs alone.
Yeah, I guess I could use it.
Huh? She's pretty dramatic.
She's pretty.
Yeah. A really good actor.
Actress.
We often stop in at this horseshoe-shaped lake that used to be a channel of the river. About 10 years ago we built this cabin for our friends Meg and Ray Kramer here on the lake. And they actually live in New Mexico now, so don't get up here much.
A couple thousand miles,
But you can see swans live on the lake. This is adult with 3 chicks trailing behind.
They have to be ready to fledge.
Boy, look how gray and small they are.
The one behind is especially small and dark.
Near the cabin on the little hillside right next to the water, there's a hole in the dirt here that's actually a otter's den, and it's active, so Linda was listening. There's the otters running into the woods. Yeah, we're always on the lookout for moose. These 2 calves were playing around in the water beside their mother in one of the swamps.
Oh, I got a nice legs on that one.
And this poor little calf we spotted as we were paddling down the river one day. Was trapped here, couldn't get up the bank, so we pulled in. Linda walks up and just able to grab it before it jumps in the river and got it up the bank where she could hear its mother in the brush. Linda's a little worried that the cow may come charging over the bank at her, so she runs back to the boat here and almost loses her hat. This is John and Karen Nurnberg's place, about 100 miles upriver from our place. And come up here hunting occasionally, and being closer to the mountains, it's possible to see grizzly bears like these. These are actually filmed along the Park Road. This sow with 2 cubs, and you'll be able to see that they forage for plant matter and dig up roots here to eat. Cubs are real cute when they're this young, and curious what mom's up to. I'm not sure if they do any digging and eating themselves, probably not. And as we were putting the shutters back up on John's windows, we could hear some noise in the floor, and turns out this is a martin that was living in the cabin floor, probably has young in there. Martin can become quite tame. In fact, when we first moved out to the Kantishna, Linda tamed down a couple of them to where they would jump from a tree right onto her shoulder and eat pieces of fish out of her hand. Every spring, about May, and then in the fall, in August, we see thousands of cranes
Two big
coming
groups
in
of
the
cranes
big V
circling.
formations, and then they circle and maybe land in the swamps. And we'll see them occasionally nesting in the summer.
Pretty high. There they go.
Here they are along the riverbank. These are sandhill cranes. Look like something that ought to be down in the Everglades, like an egret.
Oh, that's amazing. They're usually so shy.
As the temperatures cool down and moose hunting season's about over, we can start training the dogs with the four-wheeler. Here's how we hook up to the front of it. And, you can see the front of the four-wheeler took a little beating one time and we forgot to put the brake on. They took off without us. Usually by late September, the slough level has dropped so much that we can run down the slough 5, 6, maybe even 10 miles down to the end of it, and do a lot of shallow water crossings to get the dogs used to that. And of course, they can stop and get a drink if they want. We can run 10 or 12 dogs at a time with that four-wheeler because you have such good control. Mostly use the engine for braking power and then put on the brakes if we have to. It's really good for early training when you can keep them under control and get them in shape so they don't hurt themselves.
The puppies are helping Linda peel this log. This is going to be the ridgepole for our sauna. Every time she tries to peel the log, the puppies have to climb all over her, of course. They're actually from two different litters, but the same mother adopted that big one that's up there as a different litter. And we gave the other, his brothers, to some friends. Let's see that pink tummy. That's Knuckles, little Knuckles, and that's Scout, the big brown one. There's Pocket. This puppy has some sort of condition. He overate, so you can see how it's a big fat tummy. And whenever you scratch his chest like this, something happens to his legs. What do you think happened, honey? Does he do that when you're not scratching his tummy? No. Then he just sits there.
Scout was the one pup from another litter and is the biggest pup, and became best friends with the littlest pup from the big litter, Pocket. So they were pretty much inseparable.